Hello and welcome! In this tutorial, we are going to set up and use an 8-segment display. Now, an 8-segment display is on one hand a very simple piece of equipment. There's just 8 LEDs that you wire up to 8 pins on the Arduino. On another hand, it is quite complex in terms of, there's a lot of these wires, and no matter how many times I recorded this video, I couldn't make it so that it is really clear where these resistors go and how these wires are wired. So you guys will have to make do with the schematic. But in the schematic, rest assured, all that happens is 8 pins go into 8 ports onto the 8-segment display. Now, in the middle right here is a 5 volt. So the way the circuit is set up is when any digital pin here is low, when the pin is low, then the circuit is made from the 5V to the low pin. So you actually need to turn these pins low to light up the lights. Now, let's get into the circuit, and the first thing we're going to try to do is turn on all of the lights. So how do we do that? Well, I guess we need to set up all the pins as outputs. Pin mode 2, output. And we are I think I did one too many. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So now they're all outputs. And in order to write, to turn them all on, you can digital write. Dun, dun, dun. To high. And in this case, I'm just going to go, instead of high and low, instead of high, I'll put 1. And instead of low, I will put 0. It's just a bit easier. And you will see that we're actually going to use a array list to essentially write 0s and 1s into the digital write statements. So I'm going to turn them all low from 2 to 9. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I got one too many this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So right now, I believe I'm going to turn on all the segments. And I think we want to get rid of the dot. So let's see if the dot is the last one. Yep. And I'm just curious, what's the second last one? That's not a real number, but that's cool. Okay, so we can essentially remove pin 9. We don't really need it. It's just that dot on the end. We're not going to use it. So what I would like to do is essentially turn this here into a loop, and a loop that reads from a list. Essentially, we got a list of 8 zeros. So I can write 0. And an array list is created like 2 square brackets equals 2. And then you go 2 curly brackets. And then you have 8 numbers. You can have as many numbers as you want, but we're going to have 8 zeros. 6, 7, 8. I think this will be it. So right now, we need to do for pin in. I keep wanting to write Python code. For int pin equals to 2. We start at pin 2. And then we go pin is less than 9. So we go up to 8. Then we go pin plus plus. there's our for loop. So for each one of these, what are we going to do? We are going to turn the pin. I guess we can try to turn the pin to 0 and see if this works. I guess we need to put a data type for that array list int. Yes. Lovely. That's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So let's just turn 2 of these pins off. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to call on 0, and we're going to call on, so we need to do this to all of these, but this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we have pin that goes 2 to 9, how do we turn that from 0 to 7? Simple. Pin minus 2. So 2 segments should be off on that sort of figure 8. Lovely. Right. So I'm pretty close to figuring out 0. Let's see, is it this one? Nope. It is that one. Wait, that one should be off and that one should be on. Great. Awesome. Everything works. So we have 0. By this reckoning, we can try to create 1 and 2. So this should sort of, this code is going to be useful onwards, but we may not be able to use the 0, 1, 2 names because having, a 2-dimensional array would be more handy. But let's try to figure out 1. I have no idea what to do here. I'm just going to turn these all. I'm going to turn these 4 into 1s and see. Oh, we need to do 1 here. So I'm figuring out how to draw a number 1. Okay. Good work. So out of these 4 that are on, I need 2. Sorry, out of these 4 that are on, I need to start turning some off. So I'm going to take these 2 and see if either of them. Oh, perfect. Okay, so given that I've got so the very last light, if I remember that rightly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to turn that guy off just in case. I just want to make sure I know which one of those is the one that's... Okay, so that is one part. The rest is going to be over there. So I'm going to try to turn these 2 to 0. Okay, one of you's got to go. So I gotta switch. There you go. I figured out 1. So let's see if we can figure out 2. And then that will be it. You will have the knowledge required to do the same for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's have a think about it. So what do we want? 2 would be, in fact, I would suggest that we turn everything on for 2, and then figure out which ones to turn off. So one of the ones that we want to turn off, I think, is this one. Nope, it is that one. Yep, and we got to figure out how to remove one more, and I don't know which one that is. I'll turn the last one on. I wonder if that does anything. Nope. Okay, let's see. Oh, there you have it. We got 0, 1, 2. So I guess if we were to write a little sequence, we could do something like this: delay 1000, and then essentially have those 3 loops come on for 0, 1, 2. There you have it. That's a very, very useful start to our life programming the 8-segment display. In the next tutorial, we are going to be able to code for all the numbers, and we're going to do it using a 2-dimensional array.